The pleasure of watching the next episode isn't actually in the watching. It's in the second before you press play. Your brain's mesolimbic pathway, the so-called reward circuit, releases dopamine not for receiving a reward, but in anticipation of one. This system evolved to motivate you to hunt for food or find a mate, creating a feeling of wanting that drives action. A cliffhanger at the end of an episode hijacks this ancient survival mechanism, framing narrative resolution as a vital, unmet need. The brain doesn't distinguish between the need to know what happens to a fictional character and the need to find its next meal. The neurological craving feels remarkably similar. It's a feedback loop where the reward is always just one more click away, a perpetually dangling carrot for your neurons. As the story unfolds, you experience something called narrative transportation. You aren't just watching. Your sense of self, your awareness of your own room, begins to dissolve. Neurologically, this corresponds to a downregulation of the medial prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-referential thought. While you're immersed in Westeros or Hawkins, Indiana, your own internal monologue, your anxieties and your to-do lists are temporarily silenced. This state is profoundly calming, but it comes at a cost. The brain typically uses downtime, moments of idle thought, to process emotions and consolidate memories into your long-term autobiography. By eliminating this mental white space for hours on end, you prevent this crucial emotional housekeeping from ever taking place. You're effectively pausing your own life to live in someone else's, accumulating a backlog of unprocessed emotional data. Your brain is a social organ, hardwired to form connections. It doesn't have a built-in filter to distinguish between a real person and a well-written character on a screen. Over dozens of hours, you form genuine parasocial relationships, mapping these characters onto the same neural architecture you use for real friends. The fusiform face area lights up in recognition, and the superior temporal sulcus tracks their intentions and emotional states. When the series abruptly ends, it's not just the story that's over, it's a mass social extinction event inside your head. The sudden absence of these friends triggers a response in the anterior cingulate cortex, the same region that processes the pain of real-world social rejection. That feeling of emptiness, the post-binge void, is a neurologically genuine form of grief. Your brain is mourning the loss of a community that existed only as flickering light, leaving behind a social vacuum that real life struggles to fill. Each episode you watch after sundown is a loan taken out against your biology. The blue spectrum light from your screen travels a direct path to your retina's intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. These cells don't help you see. Their sole purpose is to tell your brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, whether it's day or night. When they detect blue light, they send a powerful signal to the pineal gland to halt the production of melatonin, your body's sleep-inducing hormone. This doesn't just make it harder to fall asleep, it desynchronizes your entire internal clockwork. This circadian disruption affects everything from hormone regulation and core body temperature to the glymphatic system's ability to clear metabolic waste from your brain while you sleep. The fatigue you feel the next day isn't just tiredness, it's the sign of a system-wide biological disarray. For every hour you remain motionless on the couch, you're paying a physiological tax. Prolonged sitting causes the electrical activity in your leg muscles to flatline, and the rate at which your body burns calories plummets to about 1 per minute. The enzyme lipoprotein lipase, which helps break down fat in the blood, sees its effectiveness drop by as much as 90%. This means the snacks you're eating are more readily converted into stored fat. Beyond calories, your insulin sensitivity begins to decline, forcing your pancreas to work harder and increasing long-term risks. This physical stagnation creates a feedback loop. Poor circulation and metabolic slowdown contribute to feelings of lethargy and low mood, making you less likely to get up and more likely to press play on the next episode. You become trapped not just by the narrative, but by your own inertia. Your decision to watch one more episode is rarely entirely your own. You're being nudged by a powerful combination of social pressure and algorithmic design. The fear of missing out, of being left out of the cultural conversation, is a potent motivator for social creatures like us. Streaming platforms amplify this with interfaces designed to eliminate any friction or pause for thought. The autoplay feature is a direct exploitation of our default bias toward inaction. Doing nothing means the story continues. Furthermore, the cliffhanger ending leverages a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik effect, where our brains remain preoccupied with unfinished tasks. The algorithm presents the next episode not as a choice, but as the completion of an unresolved cognitive loop. You are being shepherded through a content funnel engineered to convert your free time into engagement metrics, one unresolved plot point at a time. Perhaps the most subtle consequence of a binge is the difficulty of re-entry into the real world. For hours, you've inhabited a curated reality, a world of heightened drama, clear objectives, and satisfying narrative arcs. This hyper-palatable stimulus recalibrates your brain's expectations for engagement. When you finally turn off the screen, ordinary life, with its ambiguities, its slower pace, and its lack of a clear plot, can feel muted and unfulfilling by comparison. This is the challenge of cognitive downshifting. Your brain, accustomed to the fire hose of dopamine from constant narrative resolution, now finds the gentle stream of everyday existence to be lacking. The resulting feeling isn't just boredom, it's a form of withdrawal from a world that was, for a time, more vivid than your own. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.